Okay, so what is up, guys? My name is Christian, otherwise known as Hybrid Fork, and today we are doing a double vaping review. Well, no, not even. I'm doing a triple one today. I'm hitting you with three because that sounds like a good number. Definitely sounds like a good number for today. Just got back from work. I went out last night. Poor decision. Well, no, it wasn't a poor decision. It was a poor decision to do it when I have work the next day. But regardless, I'm going to try and get through this without stumbling over my words too much. And yeah, so today triple review. We are doing a review on the Smok VCT Pro, which is their new cloud chasing tank, so sub-ohm tank essentially. The M80 Plus, also by Smok, their 80-watt box mod. Very much, I would say, a very close rival to the iStick 50-watt, as they both have 4400 milliamp hour batteries, and they're both fairly small, nice shape in the hand. But yes, and the third thing I'll be doing is a review on the juice that's in this, which is Rise, or Arise? Arise, I think? Yes, I think it's Arise by the Cloud Company, which is a Suicide Bunny offshoot. But we'll get to that. Right, that'll be the last thing we do. So first things first, the tank. Few important specs for you. It is a 22mm tank, like most sub-ohm tanks. It does not have a protruding 510 pin. For those of you who do not know what that is, essentially, the bottom 510 connection doesn't protrude out at all. It's barely even there, to be honest. So that means it is not compatible with your hybrid top cap mech mods. I do not recommend using them. It will probably not make connection. It will probably short out. But first things first, I'm going to go into a couple of things I don't like about this device. And the second one is kind of very specific to mine, but that's not the point. First things first, the drip tip on this is hilariously wobbly. Like it doesn't fit in there very well. It's quite loose. But I mean, as long as you just make sure it's on there before you take a toot. And the second, the airflow, my airflow controller does not match up on both sides. If I open it all the way, this is kind of a niggly thing, but yeah, that is wide open on that side. That's as wide as it goes. And then on the other side, I have this annoying little lip here. This is the only tank I've seen have this issue, so I'm assuming it's just a problem with mine. But I have got a nice perfect little middle ground. If I switch it to about there, yeah, I've got about the same little lip on each side. And to be fair, you get absolutely acres of airflow with this. So I'm just going to have a quick toot. This is an 8020 Arise by... No, it's not Arise, it's called Sky. There we go. Brain, not quite working yet today. It's called Arise by the Cloud Company. So let's have a quick toot. We are running it with the 0.6 coil at 60 watts. Yeah, as you see, vapor production, pretty immense. It is a sub-ohm tank. It is a dual vertical coil. So that is basically one coil stacked on top of another coil and all that crap. If you know vaping, you know what that is. If you don't, then you're probably in the wrong place. But yeah, it's a fantastic tank. It holds 5 mils of e-liquid. There's not many competitors on the market that hold 5 mils of juice. Not many at all. I would say what sub-tanks really are the main competitor for size, and the sub-tanks are fucking huge. They're like 23 mil. They don't look right on devices to me because they're 23 millimeters. It just looks odd because all devices are made for a 22mm device. This thing sits in almost entirely flush with the box mod, and it does look the tits. This thing is, in my opinion, bar one, the best looking device or tank I've seen from anyone. And the price point on this is amazing. This is a 17. I picked this up for £17 online. That's cheap when you consider the Atlantis 2, which I would consider in my collection and in most people's collection is this main rival, or this is going up against. It's like half the price, and it does almost the same thing. Like the Atlantis 2 has 0.5, 0.1, and 0.2, 0.3 coils. This has a 0.2 and a 0.6 coil that are dual, that require a shitload of power. They're almost exactly the same tank, just slightly different. Something else I'll note about this tank, it doesn't rip through juice either. I mean, I went out with it last night and I emptied it, but that's because when you drink, you just... I want a fag, so you sit there and just... You just chain vape. Something else, something I like about this device is the slipstream design on the drip tip. Apologies about the drip tip; it's slightly dirty. I have been using it, but yeah, it allows you to control the temperature of your vape, because running a device at 60 watts, even if the coil is rated for 30 to 80, it works at 50. It works at 50, but flavors kind of not there below 50. And 60 watts I found to be my perfect sweet spot, because otherwise it's far too hot. Yeah, let's just have a nice little. Yeah, this tank does any flavor that does the flavors I've put in this justice. Wonderful tank. I will recommend it to anyone. So now, let's get on to the Smok M80, Smok Xpro M80 Plus, 80 watt device, 4400 milliamp hour battery. Quite small. I thought it'd be bigger. I'm not going to lie. I got it out of the box and I was like, have I got the right thing? I know I have got the right thing. It's tiny. But yeah, I can get, about 2 days out of this. Yeah, 2 days from a full charge, running at 60, 70 watts, which is close to the device's maximum. And the battery drop off. I mean, the battery drop off is very sudden. It will suddenly just go, I'm empty. So it does have that. I mean, there's a couple of issues I have with this device. Running it at 60 watts, once it goes below 20% power, it cannot fight at 60 watts anymore. It drops to 30. It automatically drops you to 30, whether you like it or not. It cannot continue to fire, which is quite one of the reasons I quite like this E-Leaf, is it doesn't drop it at all. It just stops working. It just drains the battery completely and then stops working. Another thing with this is there is I can't exactly remember what the noise is called, but there's quite a high-pitched noise that comes out of the device when the screen is on. I would hold it up to the mic, but you're probably not going to be able to hear it. It is a very, very... It's kind of a niggly thing. You only really notice it when you're like, there's no other noise in the room, and you're like, what the fuck is... Oh, it's this. The noise does also change when you screw an atomizer onto it. This is normal. The noise is nothing dangerous. I'm going to say this to anyone that has one of these. If you're worried about the noise... do not worry about it. It is supposed to happen. Smok are apparently looking for a fix. So that will maybe come with the version 8. This is a version 7 chip. Now, this, yeah, the buttons are nice and clicky. That's the fire button, wattage up, wattage down, all that good stuff. Doesn't lock. It doesn't wattage lock. I can lock it, so I can't fire it, but it doesn't wattage lock. That's the only thing I kind of don't like about this. So yeah, this box mod was £45 from the same website I bought these at exactly the same time. For 45, if you just buy this as an 80 watt box mod, it's fantastic. However, they have included what is apparently a really bad temperature, like a fake temperature control feature with this device. Doesn't work. Apparently, the ramp up time is horrendous. It can take up to about 5 seconds for the coil to actually ramp up to the temperature you set it to, and this thing cuts out after 11 or 12 seconds. So you're not really going to get in that much of a hit out of it, really. It also has a mech mode. I tried the mech mode. It works. It does work. Kind of. So if you want to use a device on it and use it in mech mode, it's got it. I don't honestly know what it could be like because I haven't got a mech myself. I'm kind of looking into getting one, maybe. That might be the next purchase. So yeah, this device is a fantastic little piece of kit. You get nice battery venting on the bottom. It doesn't get hot on me. It doesn't get hot on me at all, actually. The tank gets hot. Any tank I've screwed onto this that obviously runs at high wattage, it's going to get hot. The heat's got nowhere to go. But no, the device doesn't get hot on me, which is quite nice. So yeah, that's the Smok M80 Plus. Now the juice. The flavour is called Sky by a company called the Cloud Company, which is an offshoot of Suicide Bunny. Suicide Bunny has currently, as far as I'm aware, 2 offshoots. They've got obviously Suicide Bunny, then they've got King's Crown. I have a bottle of King's Crown juice, which I'm excited to rip into. It smells gorgeous. It's like custard, butterscotch, and brown sugar. I can't wait to go into that. But this is a lemon cookie and cream. It is an 80-20 VGPG blend. So it's got much less. It's to be fair, the 70/30s, like the normal mother's milk suicide bunny, the throat hit on it is nice and smooth. Like I can deal with it, especially when I'm vaping it for a long time. 70/30 is generally the point I like to sit at. 60/40 is a good point though. 60/40 you get awesome flavour out of 60/40 juices, but that's not the point. So, like I've said before, I'm currently running this with the 0.6 dual coil at 60 watts. You guys have already seen it, but we'll have another quick toot to give you a demonstration on what vapor production is like with this juice. So, here we go. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't a huge hit, but the cloud is amazing. The flavour is it's a lemon cookie and cream. You get nice burst of citrus. Nice burst of citrus. You get kind of the cookie and the cream come more on the end, and it really finishes the vape off quite nicely. It is a very satisfying vape. I am very happy with this juice. The bottle cost they only come in 30ml bottles, but the bottle cost me £16.99. The bottle cost me the same as the tank. But definitely well worth the buy. I will definitely recommend Cloud Company stuff, because if you don't like throat hits, it's got much less of that throat hit. Apparently they were supposed to be coming out as 100% VG, but they're only 80. I don't know if it's just 80 VG and the other 20% isn't PG. It's something else, but I don't know. I don't know enough about e-juice to be able to tell you guys that. But yeah, let's just have another nice little toot. Oh, vapor, you see it. Flavour, incredible, spot on. The tank does justice to the flavour I've put in it. The battery fires well, no real issues with it. Another thing to note about this tank, something I have forgotten about. I knew I'd forget something. The airflow is kind of loose. Like, there's not enough restrictiveness in it. I mean, I can move that with one finger, and that's not really with me putting much effort into it, really. But yeah, I mean, the tank is fantastic. The juice is fantastic. This setup is just fantastic. So, sorry about the length of the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. My name is Christian, otherwise known as Hybrid Fork. Signing out.